Hello, so for today's speech we have the impromptu speech. And our prompt for this speech was, if you could change one thing about this world, what would you change and why? And so that was that was a really hard prompt to take on, considering that our world has so much that it needs to fix and so many things that need to change about it. So it took me a while to kind of figure out what I was going to do this speech on. And then I was just kind of thinking about, okay, what is one thing that I could change that would have the most impact? And so I chose the hate in this world. That is the one thing that I would change if I could. It's how much hate that spreads in our society. Hate is like the root of every problem in our society. And if we could fix that, then we can fix our society, and then that would change this world dramatically. And so a lot of our society fuels on hate. They are always looking for a people group or a belief system or a political reason to hate other people, to hate our society, to hate our world. And so first, the thing that I would want to change is hate on different people groups, such as different races or ethnic groups. If we're going to change the world, we've got to start by stop hating each other. And so I don't want us to start with stop hating different racisms and groups, because we're never going to get anywhere in this world if we're just hating people because of the color of their skin or because of their ethnicity or where they came from. And so that's why I would want to change that, because we can't get anywhere if we're hating on other people. People have no reason whatsoever to just hate on a certain race or a certain culture. They have no reason at all to hate on a certain group. And so if our society is constantly just looking at people and then hating them from the start before they even know who they are just because of their skin color, then we're never going to get anywhere. So that's why I would want to change that. That is where the growth would start, would be just people coming together in general. Not knowing who they are, not knowing their background, just looking at somebody and loving them because they're human, not hating them because they're of their color. And so that's my first point. My second point would be, once we get that problem out of the way, once we're done hating people just by the way they look, then we start to get to know these people a little more. We start to share love with them. But then a lot of people like to start hating on beliefs. This is where the society fueling off hate comes in. They get past one problem, but then they look for another problem, which is they start hating on these people's beliefs. And so this comes into play with politics a lot. Some people might believe Republican. Some people might believe Democrat. And so when somebody could be friends with somebody and then they find out what their belief system is, or they could find out they're a Christian, or, whatever religion, and then they start to hate these people just because of those beliefs. And that's stopping our world from growing. That's why I want to change the hate. Is because it's stopping the world from growing together. And so we have to put the belief system aside. We have to understand that these people, even if you don't believe with them, they could be great people, good friends, they could be good family, people who love you, people who you can share your love with, but we're hating them just because they don't believe the same way we do. Who are we to say that our beliefs are right and their beliefs are wrong? So we have to stop hating on people for that. And my third point is, if we can't stop hating each other, then this world will never grow. I chose the hate because it's the biggest problem in our world, and it causes so many issues. We can't get to a better lifestyle because of hate, because everybody's hating on each other. And so that's why I choose hate, because that is the one thing in this world that, if it changes and everybody would start loving each other and get rid of this lack of love in the world, and we would all just start caring for each other and not looking at each other and instantly hating each other because of our skin color, and not instantly hating somebody because they don't believe the same political party we do, or they don't have the same religious beliefs as we do, then we can come together and this world can grow together tightly, and we can start loving on each other, and we can start knocking out the problems in the world, and we can just be united and help this world to grow. And so that's why I chose what I did, especially during this time. There's a lot going on, and we need a lot of love right now. And all this hate that's fueling is not helping our world. So that's why I chose my one thing that I could change about the world would be the lack of love. So the amount of hate in this world, I would change it. And so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. And thank you for your time.